Hello, David here again, coming to you on behalf of Be in Crypto. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at cloud mining. Specifically, we'll be touching on the benefits and means of cloud mining Ethereum. If you watched our previous mining video, you already know a thing or two about this process, but for those of you who are new to it, we'll cover all the basics of what you need to know. So, in today's video, we'll be discussing: what is cloud mining? What are the pros and cons? Where can you actually get started? And finally, we'll take a closer look at the cloud mining services available through the ByBit cryptocurrency exchange. By the end of this video, you should have a pretty solid idea of how to cloud mine Ethereum and whether it's right for you. So what are we waiting for? Let's go get into the nuts and bolts of cloud mining Ethereum right now. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what mining is in the first place, and then we'll explain how cloud mining works. For those unaware, mining is basically the process of creating new blocks on a blockchain, such as with Bitcoin or Ethereum. You see, these are both proof-of-work blockchains, which means that powerful computers compete to solve elaborate cryptographic functions, and whoever does so first both helps to secure the network and creates brand new assets. A computer that is built for this type of work is referred to as a miner, and today there are Bitcoin and Ethereum miners all over the world. The power of the computers being used determines what is known as the hash rate. This is a measure of how many computations per second the system is capable of, and higher is of course better because it means your system is more likely to solve the next block. For some context, the combined hash rate of the entire Ethereum network at the time of this video is about 650 terahashes per second, or 650 trillion hashes per second. Hence, if a user wants to compete, they're going to need a pretty elaborate system. Of course, generally speaking, users need to purchase those powerful computer systems first if they want to be able to mine cryptocurrency themselves, and this can become rather expensive. Not only do you have to put up the money for the hardware, but the cost of electricity used to power these mining operations is also not insignificant. As such, mining coins like Ethereum is usually done by those who already have a fair amount of resources to begin with, who can afford to build a whole mining operation which usually involves dozens or hundreds of computers. Unfortunately, most users cannot do this. So, what do you do if you have the desire to mine a coin like Ethereum, but are lacking the means? Well, you aren't completely out of luck. This is where cloud mining comes in. Many of you have probably already heard of cloud computing, where users tap into a company's servers to borrow their computing power. Cloud computing essentially forms the basis for how many apps and other services already operate today. Well, cloud mining then is a process where you rent computing power from a mining operation and earn cryptocurrency based upon how much of their power you've purchased. In this way, you don't have to build or maintain anything. All you do is pay a subscription fee and you can begin cloud mining almost immediately. You can probably imagine that there are of course pros and cons involved with doing this, so let's discuss them briefly. We already mentioned the fact that you basically have no responsibility to run the machines. In most cases, this is just a set it and forget it process, with only the length of your contract and purchased hash rate really determining your earnings. Additionally, this is a solid means to bring in a passive income for as long as you keep your contract open. It can also be a great way to begin getting involved in cryptocurrency for those without a huge amount of technical know-how. For all of these reasons, thousands of people have turned to cloud mining as a way to earn Ethereum, not to mention other coins. There are, of course, a couple of downsides to be aware of, so we should touch on them too. For one, understand that since you're paying a subscription fee to perform the mining, it could take some time and positive market conditions before you're truly making a profit. It's true that it can be a great way to get exposure to cryptocurrency, but in many cases, simply taking the same money and buying the asset you're looking for directly could be more profitable more quickly. There's one more thing we have to mention so that users know what they're getting into. Be aware that the days of mining Ethereum are quickly coming to an end. The Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is drawing closer, and when it goes live, the network is going to switch from proof of work to proof of stake. We've explained the differences between these systems before, but what's important is that proof of stake doesn't create blocks through mining, but staking instead. We've already made multiple videos discussing staking and its benefits, so be sure to check those out if you haven't already. What matters today is that if you do decide to cloud mine Ethereum, just be aware that you won't be able to for much longer. The exact date of the upgrade is not yet clear, but it is safe to bet that it will probably be rolled out in the next year or so on the outside. Ultimately, whether or not to cloud mine is a question each investor must ask themselves before putting up their money, but we wanted to be clear about some of these considerations. Okay, now let's assume that you've weighed all these facts and have decided to go ahead and cloud mine, and for our purposes we'll say you want to mine Ethereum. Where would you begin? For starters, you would need to select the service you want to use. There are several companies out there that offer Ethereum mining, so let's mention some of the bigger names. For one, there's Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining has been around since 2013 and is one of the more popular operations out there. They offer Ethereum mining starting at $500 and have plans ranging up to $5,000. They even offer custom plans for those who want something more specific than their default options. Then there's IQ Mining. Again, this service has been around for years and offers a variety of options for Ethereum. The model for this company is a little different, however. Payment is more flexible and allows users to be more precise in their contract, not unlike the custom plans for Genesis mining. At the time of this video, Ethereum mining contracts are going for $1.90 per 0.1 megahashes per second. Another prominent site is Hash Gains, which has options similar to Genesis mining with set amounts of hash power coming in at different subscription levels, as well as, again, the ability to create a custom plan. This service actually offers quite a few cryptos besides just Ethereum, so they're definitely worth checking out if you're looking for multiple coins to mine. There are of course a variety of other companies out there, and for the most part their options will be similar to what we've already mentioned. Definitely make sure to look closely into whatever service you choose and do your homework, as this field is unfortunately rife with scams. Also note that sometimes these services get sold out. That is to say, they can't offer more hash power than they actually have, so sometimes one or another plan becomes unavailable for a time. This is fairly common, and you can either come back and check later or search for another contract. One more place we want to talk about where you can begin cloud mining Ethereum is the popular cryptocurrency exchange ByBit. ByBit offers all of the features you would expect from a cutting-edge crypto exchange, as well as some you may be surprised about. Here you can purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Ripple, and many other popular assets. There's also derivatives markets and a variety of DeFi products. However, we're specifically here to talk about ByBit's cloud mining contracts, so let's take a look at those now. To get started, head over to the ByBit website, which, by the way, we've linked down below in the description. Once on the site, click on the BiFi Center tab at the top of the screen. By default, this will take you to the DeFi mining page, so just click on where it says Cloud Mining to switch to those products. Take a look at all the varying options available, which change frequently, so be sure to check back often if the product you prefer is currently out of stock. Note that all of the contracts are for Ethereum cloud mining specifically. Once you find a package that suits you, click Buy Now, at which point you'll be prompted to log in if you haven't already. Make a new account if this is your first time on the site. Once logged in, you'll be taken to a page to review the details of the contract, including hash rate, fee, time frame, predicted APY, and overall cost. Check and double check these details, and if everything looks good to you, then you'll be asked to confirm the purchase and provide payment. After that's all been handled, you'll officially be cloud mining. It really is just that simple, and you can check on your contract and your earnings at any time. And that's it. Now you should have everything you need to get started if cloud mining Ethereum sounds good to you. Feel free to poke around some of the great services we've linked in the description, or take what you learned here today and go explore the larger world of options out there. If cloud mining doesn't sound like your thing, and you're more intrigued by staking, then be sure to keep coming back to this channel, because we've already made some pretty helpful guides for all the different ways to stake crypto, and we plan to keep on making more. In any event, remember that there's changes happening all the time in the world of cryptocurrency, and you're going to want to keep up. So why not check us out at beinccrypto.com, where you'll find daily updates, analysis, and more. Also, don't forget about our other content right here on YouTube, such as interviews, educational videos, and our bi-weekly news show. And lastly, if trading is your thing, then come join our trading community on Telegram, where you'll get access to the latest technical analysis from our top traders. As always, thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll see you right here again real soon.